Jai Sanskar. Chapter number 18, Wildlife. India has a diversified relief and climate. Similar diversity is seen here in wildlife. In the entire world, about 15 lakh species of wildlife are recorded, of which 81,251 species are found in India. This includes reptiles, mammals, fish and other insects. Exploration continues to identify other animals found in different forests. India is at 6th position among the countries rich in biodiversity. India has less forest cover compared to that its wildlife diversity is noticeable. So, वर्ल्ड ની અંદર 15 lakh species છે wildlife માટે. Out of them 81,251 species are found in India. Zoo, geographic region of India. Natural vegetation region કે જ્યાં જાતે જાતે કોઈ આર્ટિફિશિયલ મેનની એફર્ટ્સ વિના જ્યાં વેજીટેશન ખેતી एग्रीकल्चर तो ना कही सके बट एना विना वेजिटेशन पॉसिबल हो. Natural vegetation regions have been devised on the basis of their characteristics. Similar and spatial distribution can be made of animals. The wildlife of India is divided into 9 zones according to the similarity in their characteristics and their existence in any region. These are as follow. First one is of Himalayas, second one Ladakh and dry cold area, third one forest cover in lower Himalayas, fourth highlands without forest cover in upper Himalayas, northern plains, sixth desert of Rajasthan, peninsular plateau, sea coast and Nilgiri hills. Biodiversity is studied according to zoo geographical regions. So these are the regions are divided in this 9 kind of categories. We are going to study about it all maybe in further standards. Here we are only getting the name of it. Himalayas, very cold area. Probably area which are covered with snow, Ladakh and dry cold area. This area is also considered as a cold but dry cold area. Forest cover in lower Himalayas. In this particular region there is a forest. That means there is a less cold area. This one is less cold area. Highland without forest cover in upper Himalaya. There is a highland but there is no forest cover. Northern plains starting from Himalayan range up to the central India, Madhya Pradesh, that is considered as a northern plain. Desert of Rajasthan, peninsular plateau, that means lower half of India which is 3 parts are covered with water, which is called peninsular plateau. Sea coast, that means only the area which are at the edges of sea, and Nilgiri hills which again in southern parts. Southeastern part. The diversified wildlife of India. The vast alluvial plains of rivers, peninsular plateau, mountainous regions, swampy area, sea coast, dense rainforest, deciduous forest, coniferous forest in Himalaya and other higher region from a vast background for habitation of wildlife in India. The animals are seen are Asian elephant in peninsular rainforests, one-horned rhino in swampy Brahmaputra river, snow leopard in higher Himalayas, wild goat and musk deer in Jammu Kashmir, wild buffalo, which is called Indian bison, tiger in Central Asia and West Bengal, ghudkhar, wild ass in Little Run of Kutch, and flamingo in waterlogged Greater Run. Presence of Great India bustard in grassland area are noted again. In waterlogged area, migratory birds from cold region come down in great number. This includes Siberian crane, pelican, Tibetan duck, kunj, karkara, etc. Flying squirrels are seen in the dense forest of Western Ghat. આ એક MCQ માં પૂછેલું છે. Nicobar dove is a rare bird seen in Nicobar Island. Rare species of coral are seen in Gulf of Kutch and Lakshadweep Island. Along with mammals, many types of birds notice should be taken of king cobra, snakes, pythons, iguana, that is patlago. Also, along sea coast and other water bodies, various species, sea snake, dolphin, shark, dugong, that is sea cow, octopus, whale, etc. from a part of animal world. So, if we are talking about wildlife, then what are the kind of wildlife that we do own? So, there is a number of examples of animals which are found in our forest area or they are present in India. What are the kind of birds or migratory birds which can be seen in India? Then other kind of insects or let's just say reptiles like snake, python, etc. are seen in this particular in our country. So these are the diversified wildlife of India. Beside forest, animals like fox, wolf, nilgai, deer, mongoose, rabbits, white hog, hedgehog are seen in agricultural area. જો ખેતરનો જગ્યા હોય એની આજુબાજુમાં નીલગાય કે આપણે આ બાજુ રોજડા કહે છે એ દેખાય. એ સિવાય રેબિટ્સ છે, શેરો જેને કહે કે જેના બોડી ઉપર સ્પાઇન હોય, હેજહોગ કે ફરી સરફેસવાળું, વ્હાઇટ સરફેસવાળું એવું ક્રીચર. તો આ બધા ક્રીચર્સ એગ્રીકલ્ચર એરિયામાં પણ મળે છે. લાઈક not only in forest, they are easily searched in this kind of places or we can found this kind of creatures around the agriculture land. Many birds such as nightingale, parrot, weaver bird કે જેને આપણે કહીએ દરજીડું, ચીબરી, પિલાક, vulture, કાબર, ધોરબગલા etc. are also seen roaming in this area. એગ્રીકલ્ચરલ એરિયાની આજુબાજુમાં આ બધા બર્ડ્સને આપણે જોઈ શકીએ. લાઈક દે આર નોટ અ પાર્ટ ઓફ વાઇલ્ડ લાઈફ ઓર ફોરેસ્ટ. Not only that, they can be seen easily around your neighborhood or agricultural land. Like to know, crane is the largest bird seen in India. ફૂલ સૂંઘણો is the smallest bird seen in India. બહુ નાનું એવું બર્ડ હોય છે, બ્લેક કલરનું, અલગ અલગ કલરનું હોય, બહુ નાનું એવું બર્ડ હોય છે, લોંગ પીક હોય એને, which is called ફૂલ સૂંઘણો. Bird wing is the largest butterfly seen in South India. Cirrus jewel is the smallest butterfly seen in India. Next topic is wildlife and the need for the conservation. So, why wildlife is so essential for us and why do we need to conserve it? While going through the past, it becomes evident that there is a danger to extinct of the wildlife. Since last few decades, तो लास्ट 10 to 20 યર્સની અંદર આપણે જોઈએ તો પહેલાં જેટલી ચકલી આપણને જોવા મળતી હતી હવે નથી જોવા મળતી. પહેલાં જેટલા બટરફ્લાય આપણને ઇઝીલી જોવા મળતા હતા હવે નથી જોવા મળતા. ધેટ મીન્સ ઇફ વી ડુ નોટ ટ્રાય ટુ કન્ઝર્વ ધીસ એનિમલ્સ ઓર બર્ડ્સ ધેન ઇટ ઇઝ પોસિબલ કે એવું પણ થઈ જાય કે આ બધા એનિમલ્સ કે બર્ડ્સ કે જે સ્પીસીસ છે ઇન્ડિયાની અંદર એ એક્સટિંક્ટ થઈ જાય, આપણને જોવા જ ન મળે. Before 100 years, thousands of tigers were seen in India as per the figure of 2014 given by Forest and Environment Ministry. The figure is 2,226 tigers. Tigers have grown in numbers, which is evident from the imprint of their foot taken during last few years. This is a good sign. Vultures are on a verge of becoming extinct due to eating the meat, which becomes polluted by diclofenac drug used in treatment of sick milk cattle. Asiatic cheetahs seen in forest in the beginning of 20th century have become extinct from India. Once the Asiatic lion of Gir, which were seen even up to Middle East, are now restricted to Gir forests only. With due steps taken for their protection, now their number is 523. Once cranes were seen in large number in Gujarat, but now their number is reduced. Wildlife is an inseparable part of living organisms, but a decrease in their number somewhere and during few years reduces the quality of environment, which is a matter of concern. Shyam Garud, a resident of mountainous forest in Gujarat, is now rarely seen. Chilotro, seen in forest of Vijayanagar Taluka are of Sabarkantha district, is also rarely seen today. So, okay, a particular medicine which is called diclofenac medicine, which is sometimes given to certain folk animals. Vulture and this kind of bird has this tendency to eat this kind of dead animals meat. So once this kind of dead animals is eaten by vulture, it anyhow affecting the vultures which are consuming this diclofenac containing meat. So that is why there is a extinction in vulture is seen. Like if we do not try to protect vultures or if we do not try to reduce the usage of diclofenac dirt, one day might occur that entire land would be extincted from the vultures. Vultures won't be there, and they are cleaning birds. Actually, they eat this kind of dead animals which create harmful effect to the environment. It is obvious that endless human greed and run for progress have made environment imbalance, which would bring adverse result. Still, there is a time. If proper action are not taken, then the next generation would see wildlife only in picture. If we do not take proper care or proper efforts, then one day might reach that we will say that this kind of animals used to be there, and future generation even do not get chance to see this beauty or verified or diversified wildlife. Importance of natural parks and sanctuaries of India. So there are many national parks and sanctuaries which are there in India. Okay, so these are the examples. Kaziranga National Park, which is a sanctuary for rhino, wolves, wild buffalo and deer. Second one, the desert of the Thar desert of Rajasthan. There is a desert wolf, desert cat and bustard. Kanha National Park, which is in Madhya Pradesh, which is a sanctuary for tiger and antelope. Gir National Park in Gujarat, which is a sanctuary for lion, leopard and cheetal. Vedavadar Kadiyar National Park of Gujarat is a sanctuary for blackbuck, wolf, peacock and bustard. Kevladev Bharatpur in Rajasthan is a national park and sanctuary for migratory and local birds. Bandipur National Park, Karnataka is a sanctuary for elephant, bear, hog and wildcat. Dachigam National Park, which is in Kashmir, is a sanctuary for hamur, that is Kashmiri deer and musk deer. Corbett National Park, which is in Himalayan foothills, is a sanctuary for tiger, elephant, leopard and deer. Over here, the triangle shows the national park, while a star shows a bird sanctuary, while a purple circle shows a wildlife sanctuary. You can easily see what are the wildlife animals are there, what are the birds and which are the national park. You are supposed to memorize this entire map. Next is dangers to wildlife. A question mark has been put against the existence of entire wildlife due to the human greed and development in recent times. On examining the reason, it is understood that wildlife has become unprotected as they have lost their natural habitat due to continuously decreasing forest. Hunting carried out to get skin, meat, teeth, hair and bones is a big problem. Due to heavy grazing by domestic animals in forest, herbivores are deprived of their food, which results in decreasing in their number. It will deprive carnivore of getting their food. So, these carnivores reach human settlements in search of food and attack domestic animals as they approach human settlement. Situation of conflict arise between wild animals and human beings. These conflicts leads to destruction of wildlife. Besides, the human activity in forest cause adverse effect on the wild animal. So, grazing increase થઈ ગયું, લોકોનું યુઝ કરવાનું ઇન્ક્રીઝ થઈ ગયું, ફોરેસ્ટની અંદર જે ડોમેસ્ટિક એનિમલ છે એ ગ્રેઝ કરતા થઈ ગયા. ડ્યુ ટુ ધીસ ઓલ એક્ટિવિટી the amount of animal or present in forest are decreasing because they lack food. Sometimes we have seen that animals are coming to the human settlement or human area. That is because of search of food, because they are not getting enough food in their locality or in forest.